You see Nancy's black eye?
What?
She's got a black eye, isn't it? It's a doozy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw her this morning. And boy, what a way to start the morning.
Oh, Peter.
No, yeah, she says this Babs Farley girl gave it to her. That's her story, so, who can believe it?
Well, I'll admit that I can think of a few people that would love to have done the honors, Carla Redlin among them.
Mom!
Yeah, I know, but it's true. Harold Webster called me and told me that Nancy paid a little visit to Carla yesterday. You'll never believe what she pulled.
What'd she do?
She said that she would make it easier for the Redlins to get Mother's house if they paid her $1,000.
$1,000? You already said the house was theirs.
Yeah, it is. But Nancy called it persuasion money. Mr. Webster called it extortion.
Yeah. Well, that's all right, Nancy.
Well, we really did it that time, Gene. Scooped every other paper in town. You know this made the wire surfaces, don't you?
Oh, I was only doing my job.
Bob Oliver picked for National Crime Task Force. That is something. That's a beaut.
Boy,
I gotta hand it to you, Gene.
So it's really made the wire, huh?
All over the country.
Wow, that's neat.
Nice work.
I still think it would have been a lot better if I had gotten that interview with Carothers, but I can't seem to track that guy down.
Well, keep trying. When Carothers announces his candidacy for Oliver's congressional seat, I want the people in this town to see it first here.
But are you convinced that's what he's going to do?
Well, he's got to. It's a politician's dream.
I know, but he lost the last time.
To Oliver. And now the president has whisked him out of the picture.
Oh, now with him out of the way, he should be a shoo-in.
You got it now, son. You got it now.
Okay, yeah. I'll stick with that. I'll really get on it.
Good, good. I want to know what Carothers' plans are. Because you see, if for any reason he should decide not to run for that seat, that would turn the congressional race into a free-for-all. Anything could happen. Have you gotten a hold of Sebastian Knight yet?
Oh, Carothers' campaign manager. He's in Washington, but, to tell you the truth, I haven't been able to track him down at all either.
Well, there's got to be some way that we can get to Carothers directly.
Excuse me, Mr. McGovern. I think I might be able to help.
Not now, Stacy. Later, okay? You see, I want to know what he's thinking. I mean, he could be hiding from the press. He could maybe not have decided yet whether he's going to run or not, or be waiting to see what kind of competition is forming up against him.
That's the impression I get, too. Stacy, what do you think? I mean, do you have any ideas, or...?
Well, what I was going to tell you was that my mother and Lee Carothers are good friends. She worked in his campaign last fall.
No kidding?
Why are you holding out on us?
Holding out? I just tried to
Never mind. Do you think that she can get us in to see him?
I think it's possible she could set up an interview for you.
Really?
Well, I can't make any promises, but it's sure worth a try.
Well, go to it, kid. Go to it. There, Gene, you've been running all over town, and your best source was 3 feet away from you. You reporters. Ha!
The point is, if we can sell that house, she will have more than enough to pay off all her debts and plenty left over. She can get an apartment and start all over.
Mm-hmm. Too bad she can't use the money and buy herself a new personality.
If she could get her life straightened out, just think what could happen. I mean, it could really make a difference. But only the Lord can do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why you're making such a big fuss over her so she gets a fair deal.
I still care about her.
Why? After all she's taken from you.
Jesus asked that we should love even those who scorn us.
Love your enemies, right?
Well, something like that.
Well, you make it sound so easy to live by the Bible. For me, it's tough.
Look, God never said it'd be easy, but he says it's the best. And you know what?
What?
The older I get, the more I see he's right. Hey, now to change the subject. Do you know if Nancy's seen a doctor about that eye?
Mm-mm. I tell you what, it sure is a beaut. That Babs Farley must have a powerful right jab.
Peter, I am serious. She could have a detached retina or worse. I think I'm gonna give her a call later on. Besides, it'll give me a chance to see if she could use some help packing.
Hey, you're not volunteering me.
We will all give her a hand if she needs it.
Next thing I know, you're gonna have her moving in with us.
Well, if she doesn't have a place to stay, of course I'm gonna ask her.
Oh, you are too much.
Look, Peter, I know this is hard for you to understand, but someday you will. I hope.
Like I say, you're too much. Lori has an appointment with Dr. Dietrichson today, right?
Mm-hmm. She and Ben are driving up to Fairmont this afternoon. Ben called just before you bolted in the door.
Oh.
You know what? Lori came to see him at the clinic.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a far cry from the way she used to be. She used to not even go up by herself. You know?
She has really made progress. I think that Dr. Dietrichson's going to be very pleased.
Hey, I'll just talk about doctors now. She's okay, right?
Mm-hmm. This is just a routine visit. But you know what? I hope she tells him about how she's been feeling lately.
She's been awful tired, huh?
Yeah? That and the upset stomach? It's just nerves, I guess. But you know what? I'm worried that all the stress that she's gone through is adding up. Because last night, before dinner, she had a dizzy spell again.
Could be psychosomatic.
I don't think so, Doctor.
Stacy, I never knew your mother was into the political scene.
She's been espousing one cause or another as far back as I can remember.
Is Lee Carothers one of her causes?
Well, let's just say things started out that way. After a while, it got a bit more complicated.
Oh, I see.
Oh, nothing serious, but
Yeah, but something a little more than friends, right?
You got it. Come to think of it, maybe I shouldn't have brought this up. I don't have any idea where their relationship stands now.
Look, if this is gonna put your mom on the spot, just forget about it, really.
That, Mr. Edlin, is something no mere mortal will ever be able to do. Anyway, it won't hurt to ask.
Hey. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I really appreciate this.
Well, besides, it'll give me a chance to find out how Mom feels about Lee. She may not even want to see him anymore. Well, anyway, I'll check it out.
Well, thanks. Thanks. Hey, you know, I meant to ask you something. How have things been with your dad?
Good. Really good. We're having lunch together today.
That's great.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, I would imagine it must have taken a little courage for you to make the first move, but aren't you glad that you did?
Sure am. Looking back now, it seems so easy. I don't know what I was afraid of. That he wouldn't like me, that I wouldn't like him. I don't know. It's
come
silly,
on.
isn't it?
Oh, wow, but that's all behind you now.
If only my mother and my sister would reconsider.
Stacy, I got a story for you. It just came in. I want you to get right on it.
Oh, one able-bodied reporter at your service, sir. What is it?
6th Street. The Public Works Department has just phoned in that they're going to be closing it down for repairs.
6th Street. That's news?
Well, it is if you have to drive it every day on the way to work. Now, I want you to find out how long it's going to be torn up, what detour routes are going to be in effect, and how it's going to affect downtown traffic. The works.
I think I can handle it.
Good.
Mr. McGovern.
You know, I've been fighting those potholes on 6th Street all these years. It's about time somebody did something about them.
Mr. McGovern, I've paid my dues. I think it's high time I got a good story.
Stacy, reporters are not given good stories. They write them.
I meant that
I know what you meant. In time, my dear, in time. For now, potholes.
Look, Vicky, I'll be right there, okay? I just had to stop by the police station and take care of something. And then I was so close to the house, I figured I'd just come back here for lunch, okay? Yeah, well, look, I know we have a lot of work to do, but, you know, the office is not going to fall apart without me. Okay, all right, all right. Oh, well, look, I'll be there in a few minutes, okay? Someone's at the door. Look, I'll see you later. Bye. What do you want?
Been a week.
Look, you really caught me at a bad time. That was my boss, and I really have to head off to work
I don't
now.
think you quite understand. I'm here for the money. I explained that to you last week. Now, you're lucky my boss didn't send somebody nasty.
Look, I didn't understand the situation, okay? I didn't realize what I
Look,
was
Nancy,
getting into.
it's not easy for me either, okay? But I got a job to do. Now, we made a deal.
Oh, some deal.
Hey, I stuck my neck out on the line for you. And if you don't have the money, we're in trouble,
Will you
big
just
trouble.
relax? I've got your money.
Is this all of it?
Well, that's what I borrowed, $500.
What about the interest?
I thought you said I could have an extension.
No, I said that I'd ask my boss, but unfortunately, he's not nearly as understanding as I am, and he wants it all now.
But I don't have the time. I just couldn't get it all. I did the best
Look,
I
I
could.
told you if it were up to me, there wouldn't be any interest, but it's not up to me.
Well, can't you stall him or something? Just explain the situation. Tell him I didn't know what I was getting into.
You signed the contract.
Yeah, but I didn't know there was going to be $100 interest. Come on. What do you think Laurie would think if she knew you were involved in this, huh? Will you just help me, please?
Don't you understand? It's not my decision.
Look, you won't let them send anyone, will you, please? I don't know what they do if they someone came.
Shut up,
Please
shut
don't
up,
do
shut up! How's somebody like you ever get involved in this anyway?
I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, none of us did. Look, I'm sorry. Just forget about the $100, okay?
You mean that?
I said it, didn't I? Now look, just keep your mouth shut and don't get involved with loan sharks again. You may not be so lucky next time.
Oh, look, I don't know what to say to you. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Save
When I
it!
first-
Do me a favor, though. For both of us.
What?
Forget it ever happened.
Oh, look, thank you so much. I really
said
appreciate it,
forget it.
okay? Thank you. Oh, that's Vicky. Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Terry. Peter stopped by this morning and told me about your black eye.
Yeah, so what did you call to rub it in?
Nancy, listen, I really think you ought to see a doctor about it.
Well, not that it's any of your business, but I already have been to see my doctor, Dr. Dave Phillips. Remember you introduced us? And he checked it out, and it's okay.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, good. Is that all you called about? Thanks. I'll see you later, okay?
Nancy, just one more thing. If you need any help moving, please just let us know. We'd be happy to lend you a hand.
Oh, well, I mean, aren't you sweet? You get me thrown out of my house, and then you're gonna come over and help me pack? Well, no thanks.
What did Stacy say? Her story is something about a pet show. Must be here somewhere. Just a minute. Lee!
Hello, Kate.
What a surprise. How did you know I was in town?
Well, Amber called me and she told me you were staying with her.
Oh.
I hope you don't mind.
Oh, of course not. Please, come in.
How have you been?
Oh, a little restless, but not yet bored. After all my globe trotting, no, it's not too bad. I needed the rest. And you?
Well, no complaints. Gee, you look wonderful.
I was thinking about you just the other day when I read about Bob Oliver's being picked by the president for his National Crime Task Force.
Oh, you and Sebastian. Well, I hope your analysis of events is more realistic. You know, he wants me to run.
Really?
Yeah, he says I'd be a shoo-in, wants me to jump right in.
Not a bad idea. That campaign fight you had last year gave you plenty of media mileage.
So you agree?
Well, let's just say, I think it would be a very probable possibility.
That's just like you. You have a great flair for political equivocating, Kate. That's why you were so valuable to me, really. The fundraising, the strategy, the whole organization. Without you, I think it would have been chaos. I really missed you, Kate.
Well, I'd be lying if I said that I hadn't thought about you, Lee. I have a great deal.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, that's beside the point. You have a decision to make. You have Sebastian's opinion, and you have mine.
Yeah. Or lack of one.
I was just testing the waters, Lee. You'd make it this time. I know you would.
Are you sure?
I'd stake my life on it.
Would you, Kate? Would you really?
Yes.
enough to put your life on the line with me? Because I can tell you this. If I do decide to run, I want you right there with me. I won't go this alone.
Hi.
Hi. Now, this is it. Leon's Diner.
Yeah, Jean and I came here one morning for breakfast. Their hash browns are terrific.
Well, I'm sorry it's not the Greenbrier, but I do work at a free clinic.
Hey, this is Stacy, remember? Not Amber. Besides, when it comes to food, I'd pick a place like this over the Greenbrier any day. What really matters to me is who I'm with, not where I am.
Always putting people first. Where you got that, I'll never know.
Part heredity and part observation. It just seems to work out better in the long run.
Yeah, that's what I've found out lately, since I found the Lord and started reading His Word.
Well, whatever works for a person.
Yeah. I just wish that Amber had more of your qualities. She's so taken with appearances, the facade, the glamour, expense. No wonder she's doing so well in modeling.
Don't waste your time trying to explain it to her. I already have.
But she'd be a lot happier if she were more like you.
If Amber heard you say that, she'd die laughing. She's the one who's always after me to become more like her. As if I had to have a chance.
Do you want to be like her?
Well, for starters, she's beautiful.
Well, so are you.
Oh, not like that.
Now, stop putting yourself down.
It's just a simple statement of fact. It doesn't bother me.
The fact, dear daughter, is that you are a beautiful person, inside and out. I want you to realize that and live it.
You don't tell me you're all alone today, lover boy.
Afraid so. Our girl couldn't make it.
Oh, ain't it a shame?
Oh, no problem. We're gonna make up for it tonight. Nice romantic dinner. Just me and the woman of my dreams.
Oh, sorry, Romeo. I'm afraid you're out of luck, because I've already got a date.
Real cute, Tammy. Real cute.
Oh, I thought so.
Look, let me have a ham and cheese sandwich and a cup of coffee. Could you make that quick, please?
Yeah, and can you take a joke?
Yeah, but I'm in a rush, and I gotta get back to the Canterbury complex.
Yeah, here, are you serious about this girl?
Come on, cut the gap, would you? Give me my lunch, please.
Oh, you are serious about her. Well, I never thought I'd see the day. What is it, one small step for man? That was a hot dog. No, turkey to go. Ham and cheese, you got it.
Mother's still staying at Amber's, but I don't know how long that'll last. Talk about the odd couple. She's already trying to find her own place.
Well, I can see how the two of them might not get along too well in close quarters.
It does kind of put a crimp on Amber's style.
Well, I still do miss them. You put in a good word for me? I'd love to see them.
Don't worry. I'm working on them.
Lee, can I get you anything? Something to drink?
No, thanks, Kate. I'm fine.
Oh, well, tell me more about what you've been doing. Please sit down.
Yeah, well, it's been too long, hasn't it? It's been much too long. You know, my defeat in the election took some getting used to. I guess failure always does.
What do you mean, failure? You came closer to beating Bob Oliver than anyone has in the past 5 elections. He's had that district in his back pocket for years.
Well, that's the conclusion I finally came to myself, but it took some time to see it that way. Listen, enough about me. I want you to tell me about all this globe-trotting you've been doing. I thought you were going to stay in Ohio.
Well, I was, but after Mother died,
Oh, I'm very sorry. I didn't even know that.
That's all right. Thank you. I did consider staying there, but after settling her estate, the place didn't feel right to me. I just didn't belong.
So you hit the road for parts unknown, huh?
Sort of. Went to Florida and stayed with some friends of mine in Palm Beach for a while. Just long walks along the beach during the day and good books at night. And then I went to Mexico for a while. But you know, to tell you the truth, I'm really not much of a traveler. I finally realized that for me, Kingsley is home. So I packed my bags and came back.
Well, why didn't you call me when you came back?
I did think about it. I really did.
Well, didn't you want to?
It wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. I just wanted to spend some time with Amber and Stacy. The three of us have been very close. And then I needed some time just to sort out my own feelings.
You mean about us?
Yes.
Dare I ask?
I had quite a shock when I came back to Kingsley. I found out Dave had moved back here, too.
Are you? That's incredible. I didn't think he'd ever show his face in this town again.
Well, I haven't seen him, but Stacy has. Apparently, he's quit drinking, and he's working in a free clinic down in Chesterfield.
I see. So, go on.
Well, for now, that's all there is to tell.
Daddy, I don't know what to do about Amber. I keep trying to get through to her, but she just won't budge. She's determined to act like you don't exist. Sorry.
Yeah, so am I. Her preoccupation with appearances.
Exactly.
But what about your mother? How does she feel?
Well, it's hard to tell, but with her, at least I see a glimmer of hope. Give me a little more time, and I think she might come around.